right, Jay, so we want to talk first about You Bet Your Life.
Okay.
Season 2.
Right.
Getting contestants ready. What do you want to tell people about this upcoming season?
Well, you know, most game shows tape within 30 miles of LA. So all the contestants are like professional. I mean, they go on shows all the time. What we try to do is get folks from all around the country. We fly them in, we pay the hotel bill, give them a ticket and stuff. And it really makes for a more diverse, exciting crowd. We've had contestants from Nigeria, from the Congo, from Louisiana, the Bayou, wherever, so South Carolina, North Carolina. So if any folks are in this area would like to come to LA, get a free trip, just go to youbetyourlife.com and it'll tell you how to be a contestant and you win some money. And if you can't get these questions, I'm sorry. This is not Jeopardy, okay? Please. The first president of the United States was Lincoln? Oh, I'm sorry, Bob. Yeah, I mean, it's unbelievable. Yeah.
Yeah, what is it? Is there anything that surprises you when you're interacting with them?
Well, you know, it's funny. I think we have the most diverse audience because the idea of the show is you get people who've never met and they meet right there. I'm not even allowed to meet them because since, you know, on The Tonight Show, I go backstage and talk to everybody.
Sure.
But because there's money involved and it's a game show, you can't have any contact with contestants. But people who would not, like a couple of weeks ago, we had a guy, African-American guy, like 6'5", 270, enormous guy. And a little white-haired lady, about 4'11", maybe 5 foot, about 62 years old, you know. So they come out as contestants, you know. And every time they got a question right, he'd pick her up like this, and she'd go, ooh. He'd put his arm around her waist like a rag doll, and she'd go, ooh, and they'd put her down again. And then when they got a question right, I mean, it just made me laugh. You go, where would these two meet other than a situation like this, you know? So that's what makes it fun.
Yeah, kind of the uniqueness of it all. You're an exceptional interviewer. How did you gain that skill? Practice? Was it natural?
No,
how did you
well, I guess
come about?
no, I like to talk to people. It's interesting. I mean, the real trick is being a good listener, really. When you're married 42 years, you have to be a good listener. That's part of it. So, yeah, I think that's really, you know, I find a lot of people in show business don't really listen. They're just waiting for you to finish talking so they can then talk, you know. So that's sort of the key. And I like people. I mean, I'm not one of those people that get those fans away from here, not that there are that many anyway. But, I mean, I enjoy talking with people because you just meet odd.
Is that where you just get your comedy from? Just
Yeah, I need, okay,
people?
2 days I go to a new place called Farmers. It's hamburgers. And I said, can I get a plain hamburger? Just ketchup, just plain hamburger. Okay. I get my hamburger, it's got Thousand Island, cheese, lettuce, onions. And I go, I asked her plain, she goes, oh, that is our plain. That's our plain hamburger. I go, no, a plain hamburger is nothing on it. She goes, no, yeah, but that's what we call plain. I said, all right. I mean, I mean.
What are you going to do, right?
I know, like, she
it.
says, you can take the cheese off. You know, but she thinks it's like you work in a bank. If you don't have the same number of pieces of cheese at the end of the day, you know, it's like, oh, I got 2 cheeses left over. You know, it's like having 2 extra $100 bills. Yeah, that's what I mean. You're on the road and you just odd things happen.
I want to ask you one more question. I know
Sure.
Ben has a few questions about your car stuff. When it comes to your work ethic, you've been characterized as one of the most hardworking.
Well, not really. I mean, people in show business, you know, show business is not difficult. People just make it difficult. You know, we used to get that all the time at The Tonight Show. You're like, the star is at the hotel across the street. Imagine, we need a white limo to pick her up. So we don't have a white limo, we got a black one. No, that won't do. I see, she's only coming 1,000 yards, really. It goes in there, goes around the block and pulls in. I said, we can't, do you want to cancel? Because we can cancel it, because I don't have a white limo. The show's in an hour. We have a black limo right there. We can wait till it's a little darker and people won't notice. I don't know why it had to be a white limo. Just
So what was it that made you dream so big to get to the Tonight Show? Was it like work ethic? Was it just you knew you could do it, or?
No, I was just lucky. My hobby's my job, and
So you enjoyed?
Yeah, I enjoy it. You know, you just don't. You sort of have to look at it like it's a business. It's simple as that, you know. I mean, I know people that would party after every show. Okay, well, there are 5 shows a day. You can't party every night after every show. But I know people that would, and they fall into the usual pitfalls, you know. It's like I say, behind every successful man there's a woman. Behind every unsuccessful man there are two women. And that's kind of, that's part of the problem too. Yeah.
Hayden, what did you want to ask about?
What do you want to ask
car?
about?
All right.
All right. Car question?
Big fan of Jay Leno's.
Ah, excellent. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you.
I was wondering.
Yes.
The twin-engine Mini Cooper.
Right. Well, that's not mine.
That's not yours.
No, that belongs,
someone else's.
somebody built that for the show. Not every car we do on the show is mine. Good having been doing the show for 14 years, so it's,
You
it's
have
like
to own a lot of
1,200.
cars.
Yeah. No, but twin engine Mini Cooper, yeah, that was really interesting. It's amazing how many people build twin engine cars.
That was one of the coolest. I would remember watching that. and
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
I was racing a Mini Cooper at the time, and I was like, oh man, I would love to throw another engine in the back.
Oh, yeah. Now, a real one, like from the 60s and 70s, or
No, I
the
was
more
racing
modern
the
one?
BMW built.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah.
And they're not really mini anymore, like Americans.
they're
No Americans are
heavy,
mini
too. I
anymore.
just-
Everybody's enormous now,
Yeah.
you know.
So, what was that like? Doing that, like cars that you didn't know being brought in. Were there any
Well-
ones that you don't own that was your favorite out of those?
Well, that was an interesting one. But we've had all kinds of things. We had Mercedes-Benz lend us a couple of their prototypes, 300 SLs, you know, from the 50s, which were like priceless cars. Those were great fun. And, you know, plus all the various supercars, Koenigsegg and all those guys, they bring them all to the garage. And it's great fun. Yeah, I love doing it, yeah.
How many of the ones on the show did you own personally?
Well, I got 201 cars registered. So, I mean, every week you put, I mean, if you do one oil change a day, it's 18 months, you know, so you kind of have to learn to kind of stretch it out. So I don't know what the percentage is.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, we've been doing it 13, 14 years, a new car every week, so I would say probably 80% of the cars are mine,
No,
yeah, something like that.
That's still a ton.
Yeah.
And then I guess my last question with that is, when you were filming it, what was your favorite episode to shoot on that?
Oh, well, I don't know. You know, you kind of think of the favorite one as the next one. You know, because we do a new one every week. We never repeat them, so you just get the chance to drive. I mean, it's just cool having access to any Ferrari, any Koenigsegg, any Pagani that you want. That makes it sort of great fun. You know, so yeah. But then again, I like just the regular old stuff too. You know, '66 Corvairs and cars from the 50s and 60s as well. So. Yeah, it's great fun. It's great fun.
What made you get into cars?
Well, I grew up in an area like this, New England. I mean, boys are just expected to fix snowmobiles and go-karts and that kind of stuff. So it's just an offshoot. You know, when you live in a rural area, you can't wait to get away from the rural area. And the only way, if you're walking, that's going to take way too long. So cars, motorbikes. You know, I grew up in an era when you could buy a car for $50 and put it on the road, which a lot of people did, you know, just old cars were junky cars. Now, everything's get recycled and crushed, and you can't really do that anymore. But I think most people from my generation know how to use a screwdriver, you know.
Yeah, and a stick shift. Which
Yeah.
they say to drive if you don't want to get your car stolen.
Yeah, that's right, exactly.
Do you have, I know you bet your life, you're doing your comedy tour. Anything else for the future, or are you just focusing?
No,
on
I'm trying to get out of stuff.
Okay. Yeah, because you're busy.
No, I just take it as it comes. You know, it's great fun. I loved doing this game show because it's just all ad lib. There's no preparation at all, so it's like school. It's just kind of bluff your way through, you know. And it's, you know, it's great fun. It's really fun, and you just meet just odd characters. You know, you had one guy came on. He's in Mensa. He's a genius. He's just going on about what a genius he is, you know. And he says, actually, my great skill is when we go out to dinner, people are impressed that I can figure out 15% of the bill like that.
Yeah.
So I said to him, oh, okay. I said, what's 15% of 500? So he goes, okay, 10% is 50. I go, well, hold it right there. That's the way I figure it, and I'm dyslexic. I go 10% and then I add 5. You're a genius. You said you're a genius. You're in Mensa. You should have had it figured out by now. We're still talking and you don't have the answer yet. It just made me like, this guy just went on and on about how smart he was. I go, okay, 10% is $50, so 5% of that.
You're like, come on, man.
Yeah, it just made me laugh.
Super. Well, thank you for taking time.
Well,
for the show.
thanks you guys.